come back here, you rabbit. You stop eating all my lettuce. Oh, hey there. Hi, I'm Gorm. The Philistines defeated the Israelites in battle and took the Ark of the Covenant. When the people put away their idols and recommitted themselves to God, He gave them victory and return of the Ark. Today, we will learn that victory comes when we are obedient to God. All right, hey, I've enjoyed hanging out with you the past 4 weeks. I guess I'll see you later sometime. Bye-bye.
What are you doing?
Practicing.
Practicing what?
Hockey.
Does playing video games really make you better at a sport?
Of course it does.
Really? So if you play football on a video game, you become a better football player in real life?
No.
What about basketball?
No.
Soccer?
No.
Golf?
No.
Yeah, you're not a very good golfer.
Alright now.
There's no tennis. No sport you play on a video game will make you better in real life. And serious athletes know this. They always say practice makes perfect, and they're not talking about a video game. They're talking about real practice outside. So here's a tip for any of you wanting to become a serious athlete. Put down the remote control and go outside. Go practice. Video games are just an imitation of the real thing. And we know that imitations aren't as good. So if you think about even this, like serving God is incredible. He has this amazing plan for you. He has a victory in your life coming. But if you worship anything besides Him, it's just an imitation. There's not that victory coming for you. So if you worship money or a celebrity, maybe it could be a sport or it's video games, it's not as good as worshiping God. Those are called idols. Don't worship idols over what's truly important. Like I said, God has a victory for you, and it's incredible, and we don't want to waste the opportunity by worshiping other things. There's no substitute for the real thing. Give your idols to God. Smash them. Come before Him. Give your heart to Him, and He'll lead you to victory. There is nothing like the real thing. No substitutions will ever come close.
Howdy. I'm Kentucky Jones. Now, I know what you're thinking. I thought your name was Indiana Jones. Nope. Copyright issues. Today, we're going to be talking about the Ark. But not the Ark you're thinking of with Noah and all the animals. Today, we're going to be talking about the Ark of the Covenant. Now, the Ark was a large gold-covered box with 2 angels on the lid. Inside was kept the 10 Commandments, Aaron's rod, and a jar of manna. It was created a year after Moses led the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt.
Welcome to the game of Will It, where you have to decide between 2 choices. Will it be this, or will it be that? You decide. Here we go. Will it be a strike, or will it be a home run? Home run! Will it sink, or will it float? It floats. Will it pop, or not? Boing. Will it spill and make a mess, or will it keep the upside down lid on? Will it sink, or will it float? Straight to the bottom. Will it be left-handed, or will it be right-handed? Oh. Oh, tricky. Will it go over the goal or go in the goal? Goal! Oh, we're back to this. Will it pop or not? Splash! Will it sink or will it float? It floats. I love my cereal,
All right, everyone, it is time to memorize our Bible verse for this 4-week series. And remember, once you have this verse memorized, send me a video by Facebook, text it to me, email it to me, show up on my front lawn, stop me somewhere in town, but recite this verse and you can win a box of cereal. And I've got a lot of boxes of cereal I need to get rid of. All right, well, let's jump into this verse. And of course, we have motions to help you remember the verse. And here's how it goes. It says, "Who is this King of glory? The Lord, strong and mighty. The Lord, mighty in battle." And that comes from the book of Psalms, chapter 24, verse 8. Memorize that verse, everybody.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him. He will make your path straight. Trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. With all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Yeah. In all your ways. In all your ways. Acknowledge Him. And He will make your path straight. Once you begin that way, don't you ever, ever stray. You'll be on your way to an amazing life. Once you begin that way, don't you ever, ever stray. You'll be on your way to eternal life. Once you begin that way, don't you ever, ever stray. You'll be on your way to an amazing life. Hey, now, once you begin that way, don't you ever, ever stray. You'll be on your way to eternal life. Yeah, trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways. Acknowledge Him. He will make your path straight. He will make your path straight. Ooh, yeah, yeah. He will make your path straight.
Have you ever had a plan that just didn't go the way you hoped? Maybe you were planning a big surprise for your dad's birthday, and you went shopping with your mom and your siblings, and you picked out the perfect gift, and you wrapped it up, and you gave it to him. And then what does your annoying little brother or sister do? right before your dad opens his gift, they shout out, "It's a brand new shirt, Daddy!" Or maybe you're one of the unlucky ones who had your vacation plans fall through. All year long, your mom and your dad have talked about going to the beach, and they rented a condo, and they got a brand new grill to cook on, and you got a new swimsuit to look all cool, and you got new buckets to make sandcastles. And then what happens? The week you're supposed to go to the beach, there's a hurricane. Or what about your plans right now? You know, COVID sure seems to be messing our plans up, doesn't it? Sometimes things go wrong that are out of our control. We can't plan around hurricanes. We can't plan around brothers or sisters or getting sick. But there are some things that are under our control. The most important thing is to live our lives with our priorities right. And that means that we need to put God first in everything. We need to give God the best of our hearts every single day. We need to spend time with Him in prayer and to read the Bible. We need to make living for God our number one goal. When we don't put God first, that can cause problems. You would think that after all God did for the Israelites, that they would have learned that lesson. But they always seem to forget. And so in today's scripture, we're going to see what happens when you don't put God first and then when you get things straight. And check out this first part from 1 Samuel chapter 4, verses 1 to 11.
The Israelites went out to fight against the Philistines. The Israelites camped at Ebenezer. The Philistines camped at Aphek. The Philistines brought their forces together to fight against Israel. As the fighting spread, the Israelites lost the battle to the Philistines. The Philistines killed about 4,000 of them on the field of battle. The rest of the Israelite soldiers returned to camp. Then the elders asked them, "Why did the Lord let the Philistines win the battle over us today? Let's bring the ark of the Lord's covenant from Shiloh. Let's take it with us. Then the Lord will save us from the power of our enemies." So the people sent men to Shiloh. They brought back the ark of the Lord's covenant law. He sits there on his throne between the cherubim. The Lord is the one who rules over all. Eli's two sons, Hophni and Phinehas, were with the ark of God's covenant law. The ark was in Shiloh. The ark of the Lord's covenant law was brought into the camp. Then all the Israelites shouted so loudly that the ground shook. The Philistines heard the noise. They asked, "What's all that shouting about in the Hebrew camp?" Then the Philistines found out that the ark of the Lord had come into camp, so they were afraid. "A god has come into their camp," they said. "Oh no, nothing like this has ever happened before. How terrible it will be for us. Who will save us from the power of these mighty gods?" They struck down the people of Egypt in the desert. They sent all kinds of plagues on them. "Philistines, be strong. Fight like men. If you don't, you will come under the control of the Hebrews. You will become their slaves, just as they have been your slaves. Fight like men." So the Philistines fought. The Israelites lost the battle, and every man ran back to his tent. A large number of them were killed. Israel lost 30,000 soldiers who were on foot. The ark of God was captured, and Eli's two sons, Hophni and Phinehas, died.
The Israelites were a rebellious people. They were often going out on their own, doing their own things, thinking they were just fine without God's help. And so when they lost this battle to the Philistines, they really thought the solution was to bring the Ark of the Covenant into the battle with them. And instead, they lost another battle. They lost two of their leaders, and they lost the Ark of the Covenant. See, the Israelites did not need the Ark. They needed God. They put their faith in a thing rather than in God. They should have asked God to lead them instead of dragging His Ark into battle. When Eli, the high priest and the father of Hophni and Phinehas, learned that his sons were dead, he fell down and died as well. And so a man named Samuel, who loved God, became the next high priest. And it was him who set Israel straight and helped them settle the score with the Philistines. Check out the second part from 1 Samuel chapter 7, verses 2 to 13.
The ark remained at Kereth Jearim for a long time. It was there for a full 20 years. Then all the Israelites turned back to the Lord. So Samuel spoke to all the Israelites. He said, "Do you really want to return to the Lord with all your hearts? If you do, get rid of your false gods. Get rid of your statues of female gods that are named Ashereth. Commit yourselves to the Lord. Serve Him only. Then He will save you from the power of the Philistines." So the Israelites put away their statues of gods that were named Baal. They put away their statues of female gods that were named Ashereth. They served the Lord only. Then Samuel said, "Gather all the Israelites together at Mizpah. I will pray to the Lord for you." When the people had come together at Mizpah, they went to the well and got water. They poured it out in front of the Lord. On that day, they didn't eat any food. They admitted that they had sinned. They said, "We've sinned against the Lord." Samuel was serving as the leader of Israel at Mizpah. The Philistines heard that Israel had gathered together at Mizpah, so the Philistine rulers came up to attack them. When the Israelites heard about it, they were afraid. They said to Samuel, "Don't stop crying out to the Lord our God to help us. Keep praying that he will save us from the power of the Philistines." Then Samuel got a very young lamb. He sacrificed it as a whole burnt offering to the Lord. He cried out to the Lord to help Israel, and the Lord answered his prayer. The Philistines came near to attack Israel. At that time, Samuel was sacrificing the burnt offering. But that day the Lord thundered loudly against the Philistines. He threw them into such a panic that the Israelites were able to chase them away. The men of Israel rushed out of Mizpah. They chased the Philistines all the way to a point below Beth-kar. They killed them along the way. Then Samuel got a big stone. He set it up between Mizpah and Shen. He named it Ebenezer. He said, "The Lord has helped us every step of the way." So the Philistines were brought under Israel's control. The Philistines didn't attack their territory again. The Lord used his power against the Philistines as long as Samuel lived.
There was nothing wrong with what the Israelites wanted. See, the Philistines were a mean people, and the Israelites just wanted the Philistines to leave them alone. And so they went into battle, not to steal property or to steal land, but to defend themselves. What went wrong was in the heart. The Israelites did not put God first. God wanted Israel to depend on him alone. He wanted them to remember the great victories he had given them through men like Samson and Gideon, and he wanted them to seek his help. So when the Israelites went into battle without God, God let them lose. And he did it to remind them that they needed God, that they needed him to take the lead. Samuel shows us that we have to put God first in everything. And when we do, God will make our paths straight. He won't go with us into battle, he'll lead us into battle. And he'll fight the battle for us, and he'll win the day. There's a story of one of our nation's greatest presidents that really drives this message home. See, right before the United States plunged into the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln held a meeting at the White House. After making their plans for the war, one of the president's advisors suggested they say a prayer asking that God go with them into battle. "No," shouted President Lincoln, "don't pray that God goes with us. Pray that we are going with God." God doesn't follow us. We follow God. And when we do, we're guaranteed the victory. Put God first in your life. Submit yourself to him and follow where God leads. God will go before you and he will give you the victory. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you back here next week when we're going to begin a brand new series.
Well, hello there, everybody. How are you? My name's Larry. Larry Stickman. You know, in movies and books and TV, they're just characters that seem to go together. Laverne and Shirley, Kermit and Miss Piggy, Batman and Robin, Charlie Brown and Snoopy, Shaggy and... who am I gonna say? Yeah, Scooby. Buzz Lightyear and who? Woody, yeah. Timon and Pumbaa. Well, yeah, of course. Well, over the next 4 weeks, we're going to look at 4 mighty friendships found in the Bible. Now, you're going to want to check it out. You don't want to miss out, because we're going to be learning what it means to be a true friend. All right, well, I'll catch you later. Yeah, Larry Stickman, out.